Hello, my name is Ken Pahana, and I'm a man with a lot on his mind. Um, my political stance is that I'm an anarchist, and that would take a lot of explaining. This is my first attempt at a video to discuss the things on my mind, so I'm not going to do a long video. I don't see a point if I don't have many viewers. So the first video that I'm going to do here today is to ask the question, are we free? Um, are we freer than other countries such as Iraq, Afghanistan, these totalitarian regimes, China, North Korea? I would say yeah. But are we as free as the founding fathers of the United States wanted us to be? Let's say no. Does the Constitution protect us from a criminal government anymore? I would say that it doesn't. I would say that that the U.S. FedGov has pretty much shredded the Constitution. And I don't think that that document is able to help us in this day and age. I just don't think it can. I think that the document was founded in blood and would have to be kept with blood. And that is not something that anyone wants in any way. Reasons that I would say that we are not free. Number one, Edward Snowden gave up his freedom to inform us that the NSA spies on its citizens through basically any means that is connected to the internet. Our cell phones, computers, televisions, vehicles, whatever you have connected to the internet, they have the capability of spying on you. And I've had notifications on my cell phone that Snapchat and Instagram have recorded me without my knowledge. At times where, I did videos or snaps where my anarchist flag may have been showing, or maybe I've been talking about anti-government rhetoric, and so that's concerning to me. So if a person cannot be free in their own home to say what they want, to think what they want, to do what they want, as long as they aren't causing any person any harm, are they free? I would say no. I would say absolutely not. And I can do as I please in my home. But the idea that there is a device that records me at any given moment, and anything that I say, I would say that infringes on my freedom. George Orwell spoke of telescreens, he spoke of thought crime, and all these sorts of things. And I see, as many people do, that we're living in a day and age where this is coming to pass. My next question is, does the FedGov represent the American people, and does lamestream media propagate for a shadow organization? My answer to that would be that the FedGov is the enemy of the people, and mainstream bought and paid for media is absolutely propaganda to mislead the people, and it's very depressing to hear that, to know that we live in a society where the wealthy can, buy up media organizations and use them to mislead the people, to use social engineering to change the way that we think. And what's very concerning is to know that it works. To me, that is the most concerning thing, is that it works so well. For me, the freedom to think is something that we have to protect, because I think there are powers that be that want to actually control how we think, control what we can say, control what we can do, and not in the sense that they can really put you in jail for thinking a certain thing. I mean, thought crime is not actually a real thing yet, but public shaming, being an outcast for certain thoughts. You have Democrats and Republicans that won't talk to each other. You have family members that hate each other over choosing a side of Democrat and Republican, of two wings of the same poisonous bird. A bird that aims to destroy liberty, to destroy freedom, and all sorts of things like this. As I said, I'm not going to go on and on and on, because I don't think that I'm going to get a lot of views with this video. I don't think that I'm going to get a lot of comments, a lot of questions. I kind of feel like this is just going to go out there and not really be viewed very much. And if I do get comments, it may just be trolls and things like that. But I would like to know what people think. If someone were to ask me, what do I think we should do at this point in the state that the United States is in right now, voting is not working. The voting is rigged. I mean, you can look at poor Bernie Sanders there, or Tulsi Gabbard, or you can look back to Ron Paul from 2008 and 2012 and see that voting doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's who's got the most money, who is going to play the game for the people that control the country. And George Carlin said it well. He said that we had owners of this country. They own you. It's a big club, and you're not in it. And he was right. He was absolutely right. Rest in peace, George Carlin. What I got off topic, but what I would propose, what I think we should do at this point in time, is that I think as widespread as it can be, if it can be every county in the United States, there needs to be people that will take and form constitutional militias. And I'm not advocating for war against the United States government. That's not what I'm advocating for the main reason that I don't want to die. Because I feel like if I were to do that, all of a sudden it would be said that I committed suicide, or something like that. And that's maybe a little bit paranoid, but when it comes to my life, I want to live. And that is a scary thought. And there have been people that have stood up to certain powers that have not lived. We can use some examples of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, John Lennon, and possibly, I don't think it's, reasonable to think so, but possibly Tupac Shakur, because he has such a mind and what he was going to be. That man would have, I believe, changed the world. He just had such a powerful voice and such a great perspective. But And we've seen others. You know, we've seen many others. Uh, anyhow, I'll propose that every county should form constitutional militias to defend the Constitution, because so many of our constitutional rights have been taken. And you may say, Ken, you said you were an anarchist. Why would you support a document such as the Constitution? I think that the founding fathers of the United States were as close to being anarchist as any people that would form a government could be. I think they believed in freedom, and I think that anarchy is as close to freedom as you can be. And I don't know if you can see it well, but that's actually what that tattoo is anarchy, and with freedom written in the middle of it. I believe anarchy is freedom. That's my personal belief. You don't have to agree with it. Anyway, I can see this video is going on a lot longer than I anticipated that it would. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude it, and wish you guys, whoever watches this, a happy day, a happy life, and a long life.